Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope all is well. As you can hear, I am definitely fresh up. Nothing's polished. I just washed my mouth out and I'm ready. It's like I fell out of the dream space this morning. Literally, it was like bump, eyes open, looking. Something told me not to play with you this morning or at any time. This is the message. Something told me not to play with you. Um, there was a loop, and there were like two concept cars or uh, two, two cars of each brand on like a conveyor belt, and it was like going around in the loop. And I was on a ride, and I was hearing the voice, but I never saw the person who was on the ride. This is all in the dream. And I wanted to stop. I didn't want to look at the things anymore. I wasn't riding them. I wasn't getting out and enjoying them. I was just on this really long scenic route. At times it piqued my interest. At other times I just wanted to go home. When I finally got there, I realized that there was somebody that was there all the time. And he spoke to me, and then he came down the stairs with a big old teddy bear. And that's when I woke up. So that was how I woke up, and that's what brought me here. Like, I had to hurry up and get myself together so that I could tell you this. So I guess that's the beginning. Something told me not to play with you. I don't know how it ended up with this male, because it was definitely a male who came down the steps, and he handed me a big plush teddy bear. It was really big. It wasn't really, really big. It was like this big. Like, you see my hand? It was like this big. And it was a teddy bear. And he came down the stairs when I came into where I was. And I don't know, it was something about him already being there and coming down the steps. But like I said, when we go back in the dream, I was somewhere where I was on a really long scenic route. It wasn't bad, but I wanted to not do it anymore. I wanted to stop. I wanted to go home. Not that the scene was bad, it's just that it was like window shopping, endless window shopping. And you know what it is like when you endless window shop. You don't want to do it anymore, because if I'm not going to get anything, why do you keep flashing these things in front of me? But then when I finally get the chance to go home, I go home and this guy comes down and he hands me a teddy bear. I have no idea what this means. I'll take my time with it. Put it in the chat if you could figure it out. I'm still trying to figure it out. I got a short verse for us in the Psalms. It's observing God's law, okay? And then I got my notes. And then I'm not going to give much more time to this because I definitely need time to handle that dream. So I'm going to give you the notes, give you what I got for you. Hopefully this gets you through your day. I've got some Astro Tarot. We're going to just do a Wednesday general and see what energy is there, what we need to be aware of, what body part, because we did bring in this snow moon in Leo. That was in Leo. So there were like big, boastful, prideful moments where people just brought out the bravado. And some of us were welcomed into the bravado, while some people found out that bravado was counterfeit and faux bravado. So, getting into that, we're going to wish everybody well, no matter what they're doing, because it's none of our business. So, after saying that, good morning to all my loves and lovers. Welcome to your neighborhood love dealer. Good morning. Good morning. Oh boy, refreshing morning, isn't it? Oh, praise the Lord, all ye nations, praise him, all ye people, for his merciful kindness is great toward us, and the truth of the Lord endure forever. Praise ye the Lord. So be it. Amen. Selah. Good morning, good morning. Congratulations and condolences. If you've had any passings, recently, I send my sincerest condolences to you and your family. I do hope the ones that should find comfort, and the ones that should find justice, should find justice. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Congratulations on those new cute babies. Congratulations on the new Mrs., on the new Miss Tour. Congratulations on that new business, on that new idea, on that new swag that you might have kind of jacked, but you kind of made it your own. It's okay. Inspiration. Remember, inspiration, don't plagiarize. There's a difference. Yeah. Definitely don't go copycatting someone with the intention of insulting them, because it is going to be deemed as flattery. And the people who know you're a fan. And they secretly think you're weird, but they don't tell you this because it's good in the gossip later. Be mindful. Some friends are just in proximity. You just gave them the title. It's okay. Doesn't mean that much to you yet, but it will. So let's pull these notes. Okay. All right. Helping to promote self-reflection and encourage informative awareness to heighten one's perceived quality / purpose in life. Title without action is just a rule. Okay. This seems to be like a description of something I was writing. It just seems to come out sometimes when I'm trying to figure some things out. I need to look up that Brother Polite thing, because it was weird when he, because it did happen. I came across something some years back. Well, a couple days back, but some years back. I saw a little thing that happened with the person, and I don't even want to say its name because I don't like to give away a free advertisement, especially for somebody who tried to address me privately because he felt like he was big enough to address me in a disrespectful way. And it dawned on me that this is almost a pattern. I will have people leave off of their high thrones and seek me out to try to have a disrespectful interaction with me, or I don't know, someone sends them because it's as though it's a assignment at this point. And I don't think I'm special, because I've actually seen it play out live in other readers' channels. So I don't feel special. However, I'm not one to not recognize the pattern of which is happening and when it's happening. So, although you probably have already been jerks before, this is a new sector of jerkdom that I'm very aware of. It makes me hyper aware when it happens, because when it happens, it's usually some things that happen outside that go with it. And I usually see a few people do a few things. And it all goes together. Yeah, it's bordering on illegal. Anyway, yeah, it's already past that, but I digress. Anyway, so it froze at a foot. Asterisk, Pisces energy, the snow. Aquarius energy. The reason why I'm saying it is because the water bearer. The water bearer is Aquarius. So this is why I said the snow. It told me to say the snow afterwards because I could have started it that way. It froze at a foot, the snow. The snow here did stop at a foot. It's like it froze. It froze as soon as it got to a foot and it stayed that way. Is Charlie Brown an Aquarius? Do you remember that Charlie Brown had those squiggles on the front of his sweater? Everybody just thought he just had a rather plain sweater. It was yellow and black. It was black and gold. It was like the Steelers. Steelers might be significant. So maybe they're using the Steelers. The same people that are doing the Amazon thing are actually the gang stalkers. Like they do one and the same. They go in the house and they start calling all these numbers because they obtained the information off of the packages. Ooh, this is getting interesting. I hadn't even sat and rolled this around yet. So let's go back. It froze at a foot. Pisces energy, the snow, Aquarius, Charlie Brown. I lied to you not. I have it written down exactly this way. Charlie Brown, sweater, yellow, black, Steelers. There's a dance, the Peanut Gallery or the Peanut Gang. Pay attention. They're colorful sometimes. A lot of times I see them. They're wearing all black. They're wearing all black and they have on the ski mask, but that's not the ones you want to pay attention to the most because you know where they're going. They have a certain sector to control. Everybody plays their role. It's the colorful ones. It's the Peanut Gang. The Peanut Gang are a bunch of little rowdy little kids, little dusty kids, little dirty kids. Remember the one that like used to run around and had a pile of dirt, and then they had the little girl. Oh, yeah, it's a mixed crowd. It's a peanut gang, like a peanut gallery. It's a mixed crowd. Yellow and black Steelers. Because it could be Steelers, but it could be Stealer. But there's a dance. And what do we know about a dance? It's a carefully orchestrated movement. Carefully orchestrated movement, sometimes by time, sometimes by rhythm, sometimes by melody. So we know what a dance is, an orchestrated movement. It's orchestrated movement. Sometimes a dance isn't a dance. They call it a dance when it's something that's orchestrated movement. Or they call it a dance when it's a song and dance, which is manipulation, right? Or the song and dance when it's distraction. Ooh, this is going good. Okay. Sometimes you can be tactful with people who have yet to handle a dictionary. Scholar to brute. Intellectual fighting words. Do you know when you're being challenged? Do you listen to the words? Is the person challenging you to be you? Are they pitting you against themselves? Or are they pitting you against someone? In what direction will that lead? What is the satisfaction? What is the goal? Intellectual fighting words. Uh, mm. For a few females and gentlemen, there's an on-site situation. On-site. Either it's going to happen on-site on a website, on site, or it's going to happen at the workplace. It's going to happen on site. I know that sometimes that's reporter lingo. Is somebody going to be doing reporting? Is it going to be live? Is it going to be broadcast? Something's going to be broadcast. Something's going to be made public. On site. Look, this is for Cinderella. I don't know. I have specific people that come into my energy. On site. Only take what resonates. Be Cinderella here. On site. Whatever it is, it's on site. It usually means a big factory or like construction too. On a site, on a work site. But it also can be fighting words. It can be when I see you, it's on site. But I don't feel like it's the latter. I feel like it's on a site, like on site or on a website, but not, I don't think it's on a website. The website is too, it's on a site. Karma. Excuse me. Oh, somebody needs to sell the floor. Fresh out the box. Fresh out the box, sailing to calmer waters or needing to take refuge. I just want to look because I haven't touched this deck, and right under it was the Two of Cups with the medicine symbol. Also looks like the symbol that's on the Alfa Romeo, which is a luxury car, which is some of the stock or the inventory that I was viewing in the dream. These concept cars were beautiful, but they were like on like a turnstile, like a corkscrew turnstile. It was like two of them to each brand. So I don't know. It was two to each brand. So maybe there's couples that represent each part. There's a couple that goes into each sector to infiltrate. And I don't know why I'm dealing from the bottom of the deck. So these are like the bottom people. These are like the bottom feeders that they're putting together. Ah. And no, now those are going under judgment, the bottom feeders that they're putting together. Okay, makes sense. I'm like, what? So they're putting people in desperate situations. They're not bottom feeders. It's just I'm listening to the words. They're putting people in desperate situations to where they can't really, not that they can't afford to say no, is just that it looks way better than position that they are in. Unbeknownst to them, this is what's happening. A lot of people don't know what they're in. They don't have a dang clue. And this causing judgment, this is why everybody's looking a little confused. They don't really understand. They don't understand the integration. They don't understand what's connected to what. A lot of people don't understand what's connected to what. Six of Swords, Two of Cups, 20. That's 8. That's that karma I was talking about. Then we got the 20, 28. That's 10. The cycle is completing. Someone wants to continue this continuously because they don't want this to end. They don't want the reign of confusion to end, because if it should end and the smoke should clear, like that little dirty boy, when he not moving, the dust settle. It's not that he not dirty. It's just that when he's not moving, the dust settles. So then we got the Magician. For some reason, I don't feel like this Magician It's in the upright. I feel like this magician is a jinn. A story I heard about a jinn before. Aquarius. Aquarian energy. This looked like Cancer to me, right? It's Cancer. So, and then we got Judgment. That's 28 to the 10. But then I heard a story about a jinn, and it say even though you get the 3 wishes, every time you make a wish, remember Wishmaster? Every time you make a wish and he gave you the wish, you lose something that you don't see. And it's sort of like that. It's sort of like a prepaid loan, like one of them. Like every time you do it and you don't go through the fine print, you don't realize the high percentage that they're going to charge you attached to the money. So it's like if you borrow 500 and you like, okay, I can pay the bills right away. You borrow the 500, but what you don't know is they're going to charge you 175 for that 500, right? And you're already not good at management as is. That's why you ended up with the loan. So now you're a little bit deeper in, and now it's 175 on top of the 500. So now that's 675, and then you got a late fee. So now that's 700. You see what I'm saying? It's just like that. It's like it looked like magic. It looked like it was going to be good. It was easy enough to sign on to. But what you didn't know is once you got into it, you were just going to keep digging and digging and just keep digging, just keep digging, just keep digging. Remember I referenced holes with Shia LaBeouf? Yeah, that part. Holes. A girl does it good. She does it good. Shout out to Des on her channel. She does it so good. She said, "Is that enough?" No, something. Keep digging. It's that part. It's that part. Yeah. So someone got into agreement with something like that. They signed a 360 deal, only they don't have talent. So I don't know what they were bartering with. I don't know what was collateral damage. So maybe somebody thought that somebody would help them with the debt that they would accrue after they enjoyed the money. It's much like the PPP loan. It's much like a lot of transactions throughout history. It's the same thing. It's just that this is more tangible because a lot of people have seen it before. It's just like getting a credit card, except you're not good at credit, but somebody was foolish enough to give it to you, right? It's funny that I see the word Pakistan and this guy looks like he's Eastern Indian, right? He looks Eastern Asian, right? So he looks a bit Hindu for some reason. I don't know, maybe someone in my bloodline is Indian Hindu, or somebody in this person's bloodline is Indian and Hindu. Something like that. Could be Caribbean. As we know, in the Caribbean, there are a bunch of mixes of different bloodlines, a lot more so. And they're a lot more accepted. It's hybrids in the Caribbean. Like it's nothing to find a black mix with the Chinese and so forth and so on. It's nothing to find Eastern Asians mixed with all sorts of African diaspora. It's normal, right? And people don't harp too much on who's mixed with who, but they do. Low key, they do. Because the end result is always what someone. So it's a case of colorism, racism as well too. And I've been getting this for like a week or two, even though it's always been in the chats. It's always been around. we see it. Because I mentioned the piano key couples yesterday. Like they were assigned to be together. It's almost as though if you're born to, you know what I'm saying, they're going to try to make you or encourage you to marry something different so that it kind of works out to be one way, right? But I don't know what this has to do with this Jinn. So maybe the Jinn is a matchmaker or into social engineering, or they were supposed to, oh, they were supposed to hook some people up. Okay. So there's an Aquarian energy, and this is Cancer. Aquarian and Cancer. So maybe they're bedfellows in a sense. They've gone in together, or this was the agreement. This was a Jinn. Somebody was supposed to gotten something done. You know who else is a practice, has a practice? A lawyer has a practice, a doctor has a practice. People have practices. A dentist has a practice. People that have practices, right? You would call them practitioners in a sense because they're supposed to be a master at the things that they do. So I guess this person is supposed to be a practitioner, a doctor of some sorts, right? Okay, let's go. But this person was supposed to accomplish something. It's something like a Jinn. Remember, in the dream, it was like things that I would have loved to have come in contact with and been able to use. But I wanted to go. For some reason with me, I don't do window shopping a lot. I like to go and get the things, I like to stick in reality a lot of times. I like to go and get the things that I know I can get, the things that that aren't going to stress me later on, and I like to go. In this situation, I was kind of forced to window shop, even though I didn't want to do it. I was put in a situation where I wasn't, the things weren't attainable to me, so I didn't want to watch them. So for somebody, they're upset because something isn't attainable. It isn't attainable to them, but so they want to watch or they don't want to watch. It's something like that. It's like something that's out of their control, but they want to control it from the outside. They can't control themselves. It's like they gotta keep window watching or something like that, or they don't want to window watch. They want the things, but they're unattainable. I know for me, I don't like to do that. I like to go. If it's not attainable, I'm done. But this person is a glutton for punishment. This person's just, is it a mental thing? Is it a maniacal thing? Is it an abandonment thing? Is it I'm having a tantrum? I'm gonna kick and scream because I can't have it thing? It's just something like that. But yeah, I've seen him, but I feel like he's upside down. So whoever this person is that's supposed to be doing wish fulfillment is also asking for payment. They're taking payment, or they're asking for payment, or they're doing something behind the scenes. It's like they're sitting in your face and they're telling you you can get this done and this done and that done. But the fine print does not tell you that while you're getting this done and that done and that done, that they're going to go around in your life and ooh, ooh. Anyway, ooh. So now it's like, all right, you know how a loan shark, they say if the loan shark goes straight to the person who owe the money, they're like 9 times out of 10, they're not going to get payment. It's going to be, that's the end result, is to go actually to the person. What they usually do is go around, somebody owe a debt or a gambling debt, or somebody used somebody or something like that. Something like that. It's like the loan shark say, all right, we need him to make our money, so we're going to put some pressure on our money. So it's like that. So somebody took out a loan or got something. Somebody got fronted some money or fronted something. They gave, something was given. A wish was given or made or something. And this person, unbeknownst to them, didn't know that the jinn had other people go out and collect the information. So when the payment wasn't made, people started getting visited. Am I right? People started getting visited. And I don't think this person knew the contract that they signed. Some of the people, the person didn't know they even was on the radar, but some of the people, I guess they were trying to protect, and some of the people they threw under the bus, not knowing to that one person that everybody is one and the same. Something like that. Okay, so far I got Aquarius, Cancer, Confusion, Male Feminine Energy, Neptune, Justice, just came out in the 11. If I had counted the Magician, it would have been 11. And this is 11 that just came out. The reason why I say that is because we had the Six of Swords, the Two of Cups, 20 was Judgment, and the Magician was 1, right? So that would have made that 11 because I added the 28 into 10. So that the 1 would have made that 11. But then the Judgment came out as 11. So we got 11, 11. Justice, which is Libra in energy. So there's a Libra. We got Aquarius, Cancer, and Libra. All 3 males to a male energy. Why are y'all ganging up on a female energy? If there's an Aquemini on here, oh my gosh. It's like a group of men. It's like a gaggle of men that are like upset, and they have third party attachments. They have cousins, they have aunts, they have moms. Some of them have moms. Some of them have in-laws. And a lot of them have baby mothers and people that you didn't know that they were associated with, like side chicks on top of side chicks on top of side boyfriends on top of side chicks on top of other side boyfriends. So it's something like that. This is good. I'm all in somebody's business. And they do it to different women on different platforms. It's like they have a whole setup. Not say setup, sorry. Site. That's the site. They have a setup. A site. They're on a site. They have a site. And that's how they strategize the dance that they're going to do with us. The song and dance, the back and forth. That's the dance, the back and forth. Back and forth. They like to samba. They want to party and fly. It's like a stupid mating dance that nobody wants to. Is this why the female animals usually get rid of the male? Because they're so damn exhausting. I don't know why that Animal Channel fun fact just like popped up. They do the mating dance and they finish the insemination. They just get rid of you because they're like, I didn't really like that dance. Oh my gosh. Where did we go here? Yes, I like this energy. So there's a dark feminine that knows this. We know. We are aware of your presence. It's no longer a secret. You've been found. So there are several avenues in which people are connecting these things, and they kind of know who the jinn is, but now that I've given you a description, they know exactly what to look for. All right, so justice is here. And the Empress just arrived. Congratulations, you look so beautiful. You have a lovely heart, and I'm so glad you never changed. I love your satin nightgown. I love your lovely silks. Oh, I love your dewy makeup and how you hold your ilk. She's not hot. She's a MILF. Ooh. Hold on to your moms. These young guys are looking for a mommy. Oh, that's awful. Let's not do this next generation. We're supposed to be learning and teaching our kids not to keep doing the same things, right? So now we got to 11:11, and now 3 is Empress. 3 energy, it's creativity. It is the creator. This is creative energy. If you are in your big divine feminine energy, be it male or female, you are in the midst of creation. Maybe you have baby fever, maybe you want a family, maybe you just want peace. You want to be with your plants, you want to be with your four walls and your favorite pair of tennis shoes, and that is okay. You want to be with your favorite tunes and your favorite snack, and that is okay. Whatever it is, be in alignment with this. She looks happy, she looks abundant, she looks relaxed, legs are crossed, everything, she's glowing. Nothing is giving this one a bother. Did I mention the pink silk? Oh, chef's kiss. The pink silk. It's something about pink silk, especially when it's handled nicely, without snags, without roughness. It falls in such a way, but it keeps heat. It generates heat. Silk holds heat. It's a natural material. It takes something that you wouldn't think, something that doesn't look quite so attractive, makes something very beautiful. I don't know who that's for. So someone that isn't that attractive makes very gorgeous children. I don't know who that's for. You know, I've seen couples. You worry, but then they have a kid, and that kid is amazing. The kid is a blessing to the two. But I think that's karma when people begin to look like that and then they have a good looking kid, because usually you can go back in the archives and see that the parents weren't that bad looking from the beginning. It's just life for them. Something like that. Okay. Then we've got strength and resilience. So kudos to those who are able to stay on the journey and maintain their ilk in this situation, because it's hard to maintain when you have people trying to compromise you and you don't know who the original contract started with. You don't know who's trying to outlive and outsource and out money and out perfume and out this, and they've got to have everything because they have to be on top of everyone, even though it's lonely at the top and they did this for company, but it's not going that way now, is it? You wanted to be at the top, so be lonely. Idiot. It was satisfying to say that. And let's move on from the Empress. The Empress was a 3. That is creativity. So once we hit the 11:11, I capped it off there. So then that made me start another side, which was the 3. That was the Empress. Now we're going to take from the top because the Empress made me switch. Now we have the 8 of Cups, which is good, nice contemplation, observation, and preservation. It's not rejection, it's protection. We are in our feelings in the moon. It's time to self-reflect. It's good. It's good. Higher elevation. Higher elevation is so good to reflect in higher elevation. Sometimes you have to ascend to begin. some people that decided that they wanted to be on the top didn't want to be on the top for the right reasons. They wanted company, not knowing that it would be lonely at the top. And some people knew it would be lonely at the top because they got tired and fed up at the bottom. There was a crowd there and no one wanted to leave. So the top, they had to go in order to maintain comfort and to pursue higher things. You cannot pursue higher things in a crowd, trust me. I don't even like a messy room. I cannot pursue higher things in a messy room. Death. So we went from the 3 and the 8, which was another 11, by the way. I just wanted to let you know that that definitely resulted in another 11 as we started the second spread, okay? Here we are. So, and then there's the Pisces that came out, the female Pisces. I want to say that's either Uranus or Neptune here. And then we go over to the Scorpio who just showed up with that beautiful self in death and transformation. 13, reawakening, reflection, reform, death of an idea, concept, a way of life, Tower. It's all of the above that happens in death. Sometimes you have to let your old character die, your old identification die. You have to let things die out before you can start a new cycle. So there were some things that had to go. You had to cut people off. You had to stop certain situations. You had to stop certain relationships. Stop a subscription. There's a subscription that you need to pay attention to that maybe you should save some money on and get rid of it. Yeah, couple of subscriptions. A lot of money gets spent unbeknownst to you. That's something like that gin. You signed up for like that 7 days and you forgot to change it. That's where the extra money is going. It's not anyone stealing from you, really. It's the fact that you sign up for things and you don't go back and you don't set a calendar to end the subscription. So that might be the gin for you. Might not be the gin for everybody else. Who knows what contracts people sign? Like I said, it could be one of those prepaid loan things. It could be that. It might be a loan shark. It might be your cousin. It might be your mom. It might be your friend. It might be your adult son or your adult daughter. Who knows? But it's someone who you felt like you could incur a credit or a debt with, whether it be emotional or financial. We don't know. You incurred a debt with this person, and this person took some type of contract, and maybe they just went around and told everybody that you borrowed money from them, and they made it seem like it was a whole bunch of money, and it was like only $20. Or maybe whatever the debt was or the contract that you entered in with them, because they didn't like you or because of something that happened or they perceived wrong, they went around and told everybody your personal business or something they perceived to be your personal business. Or they just went in and just tried to like definitely like dirty dog talk about you. Like that is a hit on your character. So take it as it resonates. There was a contract. You felt like it was a good contract to go in with. You were sharing. It was a balance. You thought it was balanced, but it wasn't. And I saw just on like the other day, this girl, she does lashes. It was a nice, cute girl. She does lashes, but because she looks the way she looks, they assumed that she wouldn't be up on game or she didn't have anyone around her. She had a rented suite. It was like in Lanham, Maryland or something like that. She had a rented suite where she did lashes. So somebody had booked her on her website and she was supposed to, it was something happened, whatever happened, the girl ended up being set up by the girl. They tried to book her a few other times after the initial session, and they ended up bringing some other girls with them to her workplace that she rented, her workspace that she rented, paid for with her money, and brought girls to attack her in her workplace and rob her, and then proceed to extort her for several days or several hours to retrieve her things, ultimately ending in them, injustice with the family, going in and putting pressure and everything and supporting the girl because it was obviously a lot. And a lot of people don't go in to honest living and think that people would use their first, last name and their internet credentials to log in and go in and proceed to criminalize a person. Like they straight up went there with intent to try to get free services so that they can look good for somebody who could not pay for the damn services, and decided she was going to be the one to take the loss that nobody else was willing to incur. So you couldn't get anybody to help you get your lashes, right? So you took the money you had, got the lashes, and decided you were going to complain and get a refund, right? This is what people are doing. They're getting your services and then they're asking for refunds, or they charging their credit card and then they're disputing the charges. So this is what happened. They went in with intent on victimizing this girl point blank. There's so many other peoples to get lashes from. You could go and get a strip of lashes and do them your damn self. You understand? So these people had the intent of getting her services and robbing her for them. Then on top of that, they brought two other females in on it. Like, stop being so gung ho and gang gang. When you get a certain age, you cannot do that. It's unbecoming to you. Like, do you know once you get in high school, you're under a microscope once you get in high school? I don't know if you knew that. Like, as soon as you cross the stage at 8th grade, everything you do is now in another record, because now you're auditioning to be an adult. I don't know if you noticed. This is why all of your scores go over to the colleges before you get there. So I'm gonna need y'all to tighten up. Stop letting these old thugs that ain't got nowhere and don't want to get nowhere and don't want to see you get nowhere convince you otherwise. I mean, as long as you getting a report card, you know that there's somebody reporting you, right? Right. Okay. So all of this matters. Everything you do in elementary is reported to the middle schools. Everything you do in middle school is then reported to the high school. And from there, so on and so forth. So don't ever get it twisted that there's no record of you. Okay? There are people in real life that have a record of you because they were there, which some people on the internet forget. Like, there are people that see you in real life. So when you do all that internet fronting, just know there's somebody that got receipts in real time that sees you. And there are people that will go hard enough to make sure that they do. It's weird. It gets a little creepy. It's a little pressure at times. But the good thing about it is, if you're authentic, there's not a lot to move around. You don't really have to worry about being caught slipping. 9 times out of fact, if you are really authentic, everybody else gonna fall. You ain't gonna catch them slip. They gonna fall. Because why are you trying to poke holes in my theory? And now I get it why a lot of people try to poke holes in my theory. Is because they're used to fake people. I digress. Stay the hell away from me, though. I ain't one of them. I'm not one of them. I'm not the 1, the 2, 3. I don't know how far you plan on counting, but I ain't on them at. I'm not there. Yeah. I am what I say I am, and I stand on that. Yeah. So yeah. So this is what we got going on. Death and transformation. When I said it, it came out, and that was the death and transformation, which is a 13, which is a 4, and that's the 4th house that goes back from your childhood. It's from the started from the bottom. Now we're here. Engine number 9 on that New York Transit line. If my train get off the track, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Back on the scene, crispy and clean. Hey, who's the black sheep? Where the black sheeps? Holla if you know. We ain't no black sheep. We just peep. We peep. We've been peeping for a long time. I could feel it in the air. Yeah, Phil Collins. But another one, we ain't robbing. Not stealing. No, baby, we trying to get into heaven, not killing. What? Wig peeling? No, baby, we trying to hit the ceiling. I'm feeling. Yeah. Reeling. But anywho, damn, I don't even know where all that came from. Is there an artist here? Because I wanted to get in the studio just now. I felt like I should have a mic. Damn, I could feel it in the air. And it's not Phil Collins this time. Who is that? Freeway? I can feel it in the air. Yeah, nostalgic. Classic music to make you feel, right? And it was way more than 2 minutes. Okay, music to make you feel. Damn, I got goosebumps on the right side. It's correct. It's good. It's fantastic. It's the energy. So yeah, we ain't no black sheeps over here. So I'm just trying to get things clear with you. So be careful who's offering you things, who's trying to come into agreement with you, who want to hit the B with you, who want to, yeah. So be careful who got 5 on it. Be careful who want to go in with you right now, because it's taxes on it. It's 50 on a dollar. It's like, yeah, it's a real loan sharking type stuff. And I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about financial. I'm talking about spiritual. I'm talking about, some people want to sit with you to make you feel like you owe them your presence. You owe them your access. You owe them your house. You owe them a bottle of water. You owe them a ride. Don't do that. I've been there before. The needs will never subside. Nope, 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 nope. Wash them off. Clean like Tide. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. They ain't giving you no gas. You ain't asked for no ass. You don't want it if it ain't cash. Shoot. To the door they dash. So. I want to answer that question. I don't believe you can help everybody. Some people are lost cause. So, 8 on the screen. Last week it was 7. So 8 on the screen. Okay, so karma, chameleon. You come and go. You come and go. Where'd that come from? Comma. Boy George. Oop, we got a colorful one here again. Oh, here we go in my energy. Oh boy, you put on the lipstick, you put on something before you come, because you make sure you popping your big one when I'm on this screen, but you on my page popping it, and I'm not on your page popping it. Big shit popping and little shit stopping. Okay, all right. Neighborhood love dealer, somebody trying to hit my stash. Why you gotta do that? Somebody's always trying to hit my stash. But you sure don't cash. Hey. Somebody peeped that. Somebody peeped that. So we saw what energies came out today. Is third. So we're in Virgo. I think Virgo is probably, I think this is the end of Virgo today, and then we're going to go into Libra. We'll have 2 or 3 days of Libra. I'm not sure. Check the Farmer's Almanac. I like to use the almanac with the body parts on it. If I'm not mistaken, I forget what body part that I think it's in my notes. I forget what body part that Libra is. Like, I be having my notes all over the place. I try not to get rid of them in case I need to reference them, because for some reason some of this, the information pops back up, and I need to go over it again because I think it's important. So, Libra was balanced. So, your inner ear, water in the ear infections. Libra is balanced. So, watch out shoes. Pay attention to rocks being in the way. Definitely on the snow and the ice. Watch out for losing your balance. Some falls aren't small falls, even though you don't feel anything, especially if you're getting up in age. There are like small fractures of the bones you could get if you are susceptible to osteoporosis or bone thinning. You know, hairline fractures are a thing when you get small falls. So be careful, body mechanics. If you're going to fall, go ahead and fall, relax and just fall. It's better to get up intact than to hurt yourself trying to stop the fall. If you understand what I'm saying, just go on and relax and go down and figure out a way to get up, but try not to hurt yourself trying to stop the fall. The biggest hurts is like in the wrist when you're trying to use your hands, and it's a lot. You know, sometimes it's okay to fall. People understand. You have to, it's okay. A second of embarrassment is definitely worth not having to wear copper sleeves everywhere and be screaming osteoporosis and be a walking weatherman like, oh, it's gonna rain. Oh, it's gonna snow. Like, I definitely knew when it was gonna snow. My knee was screaming. Okay, my knee was screaming. Okay, screaming. Anybody remember Bobby's World? Bobby's World. I think you should. Bobby's World was a really good cartoon. It was taught by Howie Mandel. The Mandela Effect. Oh, shit. Now we're getting sci-fi. Don't go down a rabbit hole. I'm one of those Jeopardy type brains. I have so much endless information. Sometimes it comes out in an abstract kind of way. For the ones who know, you know. If I get it, I have to say it because someone needs it. And sometimes people want to know that their loved ones are there trying to give them a hint. So sometimes when I say things sporadically, it's for someone that's here. That's for someone here. It's like a small, gentle tap from someone who loves you that's just saying, hey, I'm here. This girl is holding, you know, a communication. So Libra is brittle, like trying to ride somebody like a horse. So maybe there's somebody in a Libran energy, or maybe there's a water sign. It could be a Gemini, Aquarius, Libra that's trying to ride someone's coattail for balance. They're trying to balance out their life through someone else. Confirmation. I definitely got the burping. Excuse me. Excuse me. Well, say it with your chest. Either you don't want me to say it, or I just said the damn thing. Oh, yeah. Maniacal laugh. Yeah, so definitely there's Libra energy right here, right now, wanting to. No. Who landing on that knee? Oh, shucks. Django. Django. I will put on that blue suit. I be Jamie Foxx. You call me Little Boy Blue. Django. Oh boy, it's an experience. I'm trying to tell you. It's so fun over here. It's so fun over here. So definitely that's that Libra energy. So next after that is the Scorpio, and that is the secret. So we have a Libra Scorpio cusper here because it goes straight from the reins to the secrets. All right. And that's the so when we get to Libra and Scorpio, that's more internal. It's actually not outside, it's on the inside. It's more having to do with your medulla oblongata, your pineal gland. And because this is how we reason, right? We reason with our brains, our inner knowledge, our inner ear, our inner voice, our third eye. So that between the balance and the rein, so somebody who's trying to ride your intuition. They were trying to outthink you. They were trying to do all sorts of mental psyops, all sorts of manipulation, all sorts of trying to pull you in, trying to put a steering wheel in your back and attempt to control you and stir your life. A lot of times when a person is using power, they should replace that word at times with control. Let me repeat that. A lot of times when we're using the word power, we should replace that with control. Because people already have a tendency to misconstrue anyway. Especially when it comes to this, I'm going to say it. When it say voodoo, I looked it up. And I think they said it's supposed to be used for good. So when you use the term voodoo and you using it for bad, I think that's a direct offense to your bloodline and your ancestors. I don't know. You can Google it. You can look it up. I was over there on African Tigress's page the other day. African, it's spelled like that. And then the second name is Tigress. And from what I got over there, they said that it's supposed to be used for good. So if you guys are definitely applying it and you're not using it for good and you're attacking somebody who actually shares the same lineage as you, bless your freaking stupid heart. You are the brightest damn crayon. And I mean black. Because otherwise, when it's used for bad things, it's called witchcraft. You know, I don't like to say that word because of the hearsay and all that stuff. But definitely, when you have bad intentions, that's what it's supposed to be called. Other than that, if you're calling it of the positive kind, you're in direct violation of the lineage. And that's why you shouldn't touch things that you do not understand. And this is why Stevie said, I don't know how I got country and I don't know how I got this twang, but somebody's person is here. This is why little Stevie said, very superstitious writing on the wall. Yeah. When you believe in things you don't understand and you suffer superstition on the way. No, no, no. Yay. Yeah. So Uncle Stevie told us at that time that you should definitely not deal with things that you do not understand, but do understand that when you start to suffer, you may have crossed that line. You might have soiled your hand. So be prepared to go back in and trace your steps, because that's the way. They say if you can eat to get fat, you can also eat to get skinny. Now that's for somebody specific. You studied your way in. I'm going to say it the way you say it. Study your ass out. I regret never spending a lot of time with Aunt Wanda. Really? Okay. My Aunt Wanda passed. I ain't really spent a lot of time with her. So I still had a lot of questions, and I still kind of got some questions. But the bigger question is, we don't really know what happened. Because it was very, very weird. Her passing. It's just all of a sudden. And we knew who she knew. And we knew who she worked for. It's just so much. So much. And we saw what we saw. And we saw who was spending. And we saw who disappeared. And just immediately just went up when she went down. And we know, yeah, rest in heaven to your neighbor. Rest in heaven to your neighbor too. Oh yeah, and rest in peace to Juice World as well. Rest in peace to Juice World. Mm. Cause I was really sad when that song came out, and it came on when we was on the way to the funeral. Well, when I was on the way to the funeral, I think I drove there to the funeral by myself. I did. I did. I had my heels fixed. It's part of the story. I don't know why I have to tell this part of the story. I had my heels fixed, plural to be exact. I walked on the graveyard dirt. I was puncturing the graveyard dirt. They let doves go. I don't know. Something happened. They let doves go. Something happened. I forgot. Something. All my friends, you know the song I'm talking about. It was a very sad song, but Philly. Hey, shout out. Yeah, it's something mysterious here, and I'm picking up on it. Yeah, I'm mastering this thing, right? I'm mastering it. Rest in heaven to Shonda too. Philly knows. If you know Philly, know. Rest in heaven. It's a bigger picture that's being painted here, and I don't know. It's not for y'all. It's for me. All right. So after Scorpio gets its 3 days, I think Scorpio is going to take the 3 days. After Libra stays for 2 days, we're going to have Scorpio moons, and then we're going to go out to Sagittarius, which is going to be the thighs. Sagittarius is going to have 2 days. I don't know if they're going to give Capricorn 2 or 3 days, but it's going to be the goat, which is the knees. Capricorn is the goat, which is the knees. Sagittarius is the thighs, closer to the sacral energy. Then it goes back into our Aquarius, which is the waterman, which is the legs. So the knees and the legs for the Capricorn. So from Sagittarius to until we go back into Pisces, it's from the hips down. So it definitely has to do with your headspace and your balance and your gait, the walk you walk in this walk, the way you live your life, the way you walk. But definitely for the next few days, 3 to 4 days, it's about balance and secrets. It's about your inner thoughts and reflection. And be careful of mind control. Be very careful of mind control. In the beginning of the reading, there was Cancer in that energy. I think you want to. I'm about to be done in a second, so you can go back and view, because it is an interesting story, and I think you have a lot to gain there. So be well. Remember, don't let nobody send you for me because they're spinning you, right? And just be well, right?